hear them. I should be out celebrating. Sure. But then again, why does it feel like losing a friend hurts more than finishing college?
Simon. Simon. Tell me what's on your mind.
Right. You got my email, right?
Yeah, I did. And I'm curious, what's this about a falling out with Derek?
Yeah, I don't know, it's just been kind of weird between us.
Like an argument.
I don't really know, if I'm being honest. It's just, I remember we both took your class as a joke at first, you know, two history majors taking a poetry class, right?
Comedy gold.
Yeah, I mean, but we both ended up really enjoying it, you know? I mean, I really enjoyed it.
It's all right. Just glad I'm doing something right.
Yeah, no, it was great. I just keep thinking back to the personal story poem, the one we shared with class.
Right.
And yeah, I just remember how much of mine I talked about Derek and our friendship and, you know, how we met freshman year, the stuff we did, stuff we talked about, and I don't know, I kind of wanted to treat the poem as not like a love letter, you know, but more like an appreciation post of some sorts, if that makes sense.
Totally.
Hey. Oh, sorry. Final portfolio, I didn't want to forget.
Thanks for knocking, Eli. I got you marked down.
Hey, it's Simon, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Eli, I think we had lab like junior year, if I'm remembering.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's good to see you again, man. You graduate already?
A couple days ago. I'm still recovering from the Y's. My last name's Yorks, so it's a little rough at ceremonies. But we made it through, ain't that right, Professor Rio Mick?
Eli, my friend, that still does not hit the way you think it does.
I know. Anyway, so me and my buddies are gonna be hitting up Burwood later. Little senior send-off vibe. You should come down. No pressure.
Yeah, sure. I'll see if I can swing by.
Sick, dude. Yeah, I think we're getting together at like 11 or so.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Thanks.
All right. Like I said, good seeing you again, man. See you later, prof.
Take it easy, Eli. Good dude. But every now and again, Eli, you just say things that make my brain go, what?
Yeah.
So, personal story poem?
Yeah, right. I don't know. It's just after I shared the poem in class, he was just different. Like, he was still chill and everything. It was like I turned into a stranger to him. And I mean, maybe it was the poem that made him uncomfortable and flat out ghost me. I mean, I can only assume. But it just bothered me how he never said anything about the whole thing, you know?
That happens more often than you'd think.
Yeah, I get that. It's just, I put so much into that friendship. I mean, I loved the guy. Not like romantically or whatever, but just like a brother. You remember the first few classes when I shared that I was adopted?
Of course.
Yeah, well, that's something my parents always taught me. You know, to be open, to be okay, to feel, love out loud, that kind of thing. And, you know, especially important for adopted kids to understand, to feel their feelings. Just, you know, if Derek ever had a problem with me, I wish he would have just said something.
He might not have known how. You needed honesty, but he may have needed space.
It just feels wrong. Like we were close. Like day one, freshman year, kind of close. Like he talked about everything. His family, his life. Like it felt mutual, and then gone. I mean, how could you, not you, but how do you justify something like that?
Well, because I've been there. First job out of college, I was working forklifts, believe it or not. And I hated that job. Absolutely hated it. The hours, the effort, the exhaustion, all of it. But I got to be friends with one of my coworkers, and we became buddies pretty quick. I mean, we talked about everything on that job. And then one day, he just kind of faded out.
Just out of nowhere? A warning?
No, nothing. Not too long after that, I come into work one day and find out he'd moved away. No advance notice, no goodbye, nothing. And I knew he was never going to, because he just didn't want to. That was something I had to accept, that it was always one-sided.
Yeah, well, I mean, that didn't drive you crazy?
Of course it did. It drove me up the wall. The stress, the worrying. But that only stopped when I learned to let go of what I couldn't control.
Still, it keeps messing with me because he had a girlfriend, right? So doesn't that mean he should know how to, talk about his feelings? I mean, isn't that what people say? Let women help men feel their feelings? I mean, clearly that's not a guarantee. I mean, I had a girlfriend and she didn't know how to handle her emotions either. I mean, hers or mine. I mean, if he ever had a problem with me, I just wish he would have just said it to my face. I mean, that's what we're taught. No, be a man, say it to my face. Why didn't he just say it to my face?
Because you weren't taught that. Most men just don't operate that way. And yeah, you probably thought he'd be there for years. Best man, godfather, the whole deal. But those are just wishful dreams. We only ever get to hold him at arm's length. We don't get to control much else.
So that's it, then? For men? For friendship? Real, honest friendship? It's just something we're not supposed to hold on to too tight? Not supposed to want?
It's just the way it is for some people.
I used to think connection was about truth. That just always made sense to me. The same way that poem you shared with us in class.
Kohlrabi.
It described friendship as something gentle, nourishing, like sunlight finding its way through leaves. Why hide that? If someone matters, you show them. I wasn't necessarily asking for anything in return. I wanted him to know. I mean, what does that say about him? That the second he feels something at all, he bolts? He runs? I mean, that being that emotionally close is scarier than being alone? I mean, what am I supposed to do with that?
Most people don't really understand themselves, Simon. Self-awareness is rare. For some, it's easier to avoid closeness than it is to face their own reflection. There's a lot of emotional bruising out there.
Maybe I just don't get it. Thinking I should be any different. Maybe the only way to keep someone close is to never let them know how much they matter in the first place.
Do you remember what I used to say at the end of every class? Attachment chains you, love expands you. That's why I always pick someone else when you brought in the same piece as the week before. Now, was you being a Cubs fan and me being a Sox fan factored into any of this? Yeah, maybe a little bit. I can't help it. I'm petty. But really, I wanted you all to push yourselves. Not get too stuck in one version of your voice or your story. It's the same with people. Sometimes we cling to things that no longer serve us. Like a relationship that just doesn't work, right?
Right.
What matters is how you show up, you know? Not every relationship is meant to last. So, with every poem or person you meet, try to love without expecting anything in return. But also, respect some people's boundaries and limitations. You can only meet people as far as they've met themselves. Sometimes, they might just need some room to trust. Same way you did when you were adopted.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose people. Friends, family, relationships. But when that happens, you still gotta be your own best friend.
It's funny. It's been nearly 15 years since my parents brought me home, and I don't know, it's something my mom always used to say. That your number one best friend is you.
Whew, time flies when you're playing therapist.
Wow.
Only joking, all right? It's a guy thing. All right, cut me some slack.
Not a chance.
You gonna go?
Sometimes I'd rather walk a mile out of my own way than risk branching out. So I guess it makes sense. How some people will do more to avoid pain than to find pleasure. It's a hard thing knowing not everyone's going to show you the same love you show them. Sometimes that's painful. It hurts. The pain. It wakes you up. Makes you pay attention.
I'm telling you.
Avoiding it might keep you safe. But it keeps you small, too.
Yeah, but are you gonna talk to her? I might. That's what I want to know. Maybe. After you let this.
Change doesn't come easy. You risk the ache. You learn to close the door. So another one can open.